Hey everybody, it's Saad. Now I've made over $1 million in the last 6 months building and selling Make.com systems for a variety of companies from 6 figures, 7 figures, all the way to 8 figures. In this video, I'm going to show you an extremely simple Make.com system that I've sold for a variety of companies from $3,000 all the way to $10,000. I'm going to walk you guys through the entire platforms that you're going to need to build the system end to end. We're going to build it live. You're also going to see kind of like my thought process whenever I'm building these sort of systems, because we're gonna scope it all together and we're gonna do everything live. And at the end, I'm also gonna include the blueprints in the description. So if that's something you'd be interested in, stay tuned. Alright guys, so I'm inside of my Whimsical, and today what we're going to build is we're going to build a system that looks for companies hiring for sales roles, finds the hiring manager, aka the person who actually posted the job, and then we're going to find their email address, and then we're going to write a personalized email using AI, and then at the end we're going to reach them out automatically. So let's just go ahead and start scoping this project. So what we're going to do is basically we're going to look for companies hiring for sales representative. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to use a scraper called Advanced LinkedIn Scraper right here by this guy right here, Curious Coder. I like this scraper. I've used it a lot of times. I don't think I've showed this in this channel, but we're going to have to see. So this scraper actually scrapes LinkedIn, and you only have to put in the job search URL, right? And the total numbers of records required. And then what you have to do is you're going to have to add your session cookie right here. So what is a session cookie basically? A session cookie is kind of like your ID, or basically your credit card that the crawler in Apify, right, that is going to use to log in as a new and basically scrape all that data from LinkedIn. Now you might be wondering, how can I get my session cookie? So basically you're going to have to download this extension, which is called Edit This Cookie. And it's pretty free. You go to editthiscookie.com and basically just download it. And once you do that, you're going to have it in your browser, right? And I'm going to walk you guys through how to essentially export your session cookie and add it to the scraper, right? So let me go back to my Whimsical. So what we're going to do is scrape companies hiring for sales reps. And then what we're going to do after that is we want to essentially find the poster full name. So as you guys know, when you scrape these job postings, it's very rare when you find the person who actually posted the job. But most of the times, it's going to be a hiring manager. So what we can do is basically find poster full name, which is going to be hiring manager. Right? And then once we find the poster full name, we need to find their email address. Because guys, when you scrape LinkedIn, you're not going to find the email address of the person who actually posted the job, right? And then what we're going to do is we're going to perform something called AI personalization at scale. So AI personalization. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to reach out automatically, using instantly. So we're going to use instantly, or you could use Smart Lead. Both are the best cold email softwares on the internet currently. All right, so we're going to find your email address, perform something called AI personalization. But before we do that, only if the email is found. So if email found, right? So if email found, we're going to perform AI personalization, because not every email is going to be found, guys. Just keep that in mind, right? So how are we going to scrape these companies hiring full sales reps? So we're going to use this scraper right here. Use Apify scraper. And then what we're going to do is how we're going to find the poster full name is we're going to use something called Saad's cool method. So if you guys know, I have a method of finding the poster full name or the decision maker, which is extremely simple, like dummy simple, which is the lowest hanging fruit. And I just call it, if you want to find the decision maker, just Google the damn decision maker, right? And then we're going to use Anymail Finder to find their email address. And then for AI personalization, we're just going to use GPT-4 or Claude. Both are great. although I like Claude better than GPT-4. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use instantly for our cold email software. And then let's just put this right here. So you guys just understand basically each platform and every step. All right, great. So we have everything right here. Oops. Awesome. So this is basically how I scope every project. All right, let's just go ahead and get started with the building. Now, I haven't built the system yet. So if we have any errors or any problems, we're going to troubleshoot this live together. Awesome. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to this advanced job scraper. And whenever you guys approach a project like this, I always recommend you guys start with scraping everything on their native platforms, then use Make to automate the entire thing, right? So you don't want to use Make at first, just because you want to test everything out before. Because, you know, automation is the easy part, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to use this advanced LinkedIn scraper. And then what we're going to do is we're gonna go to LinkedIn, right? We're gonna LinkedIn jobs, and let's say I'm gonna look for sales representative. All right, so I found a few companies right here. Actually, it's not a few companies, like 173,000 companies hiring for sales representatives in the United States. Wow. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy this URL, right? And then we're going to go back to our advanced LinkedIn job scraper, and we're going to post this right here in the job search URL. And then what you have to do is in the total numbers of records, you're going to have to put like the number of records that you want, right? Now, I don't recommend you guys go over 1,000 just because you don't want to risk your LinkedIn account to be banned, right? Don't go over 1,000 and just wait a few hours, maybe like a day, and then scrape the next batch, okay? And then in terms of proxy, always make sure it's residential, right? Always make sure it's residential, not data center, because it's going to be your data center. Click on residential, just because it's the proxy that has the lowest chance of getting blocked, right? And then for the run options, make sure it's always no timeout and click on save and start. Now, I already ran this just to test this before this video. And let me show you guys basically the results. So there are multiple companies right here. So I scored like 50. And as you guys can see, you're going to find here company description, you're going to find company LinkedIn URL, company logo, company name, Reliance partner. There's like description text, basically everything, employment status, full-time. So a bunch of data that we can do a bunch of cool shit with it, right? So now that we validated that the scraper is going to work, what we can do is we have to go now to Make, right? So now I'm going to go to Make and actually start building the system. So let's just go back to scenarios. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to YouTube Playground and I'm going to click on Create New Scenario. Let me remove this. And then what I'm going to do is basically, now since I have this run, guys, right? I'm going to click on storage, right? And I'm going to copy this dataset ID and I'm going to go back to my Make and I'm going to look for Apify, right? So once I click on that, I'm going to choose get dataset items, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste in this dataset ID, right? And the dataset ID is basically the RAM of the scraper where everything right here, right? The output right here, everything here is stored in the dataset ID, basically like the RAM, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click for, I'm going to paste that in here, like I said, and format is going to be JSON limit. This is the limit of how many records you want to retrieve. Now, if I put 1 here, I click OK, you would guys see that I just retrieved one bundle. So this is one bundle. One bundle is just one result. Now, if I leave that empty, I'm going to retrieve all the 50 bundles. And I click on OK. As you guys can see, it took a little bit of time, like 1 second. So 50 bundles, as you guys can see. So 50 bundles. So when you build these sort of systems, guys, you always want to test one result just to validate the system before you do that at scale, okay? So for the limit, I'm just going to put 1, click OK, and then I'm going to click run once, and I'm going to retrieve one record. So as you guys can see, this company name is called Reliance Partners, sales representative. So this company is actually hiring for a sales rep, which means they are actively seeking growth. That means we can reach them out and basically pitch our service as a sales team agency or a lead gen agency. We can, connect them with our clients, which is our entire deal. So this company is actually like a great warm lead, right? We can come in as, a sales team agency and we can pitch them something like, hey, we know that in-house hiring can be expensive. We can actually connect you with your dream clients and we can send 17 times more than a typical SDR or a sales rep and basically make you a shit ton of money instead of paying $250,000 for an SDR or a sales rep. All right. So what we're going to do now is we need to go back to our whimsical right here. So we're scraping the company's name and then we need to find the full name, aka the hiring manager, using Saad's cool method. Now, if you guys don't know my cool method, it's basically click on this button right here, look for HTTP and look for make a request and then paste that in here. All right. So what we're going to do now, right, is basically go to google.com and then we're going to look for this company. So I always recommend you guys, I always recommend you guys go and do this manually before you do it automatically. So we're going to look for this company name, right? So there you go. Reliance Partners. Trucking insurance from, so this is the insurance industry. Interesting. So I just know they have a shit ton of money. So guys, when a website is like just basic, right? That company is making millions. That. And the insurance industry, actually, I've worked with about a couple companies in the insurance industry and they have a lot of money, guys. And the way I knew that is I read the book. It's called Letters to Shareholders by Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger. So in that book, it actually talks about how the insurance is one of the favorite industries of Warren Buffett. So if you guys don't know who is Warren Buffett, then you guys are living under a rock. He's one of the biggest billionaires on planet Earth, and I would recommend you guys listen to what he has to say or read his books and biography. All right, so I think this company is pretty good. So if I go to company news, okay, so there's company news here. So you can scrape this page and add a one-liner based on what they had basically in the last few months or October right here. Awesome. But we're not going to do that in this video. So yeah. So I'm going to look for the hiring manager. So manager. All right. Okay. So I'm going to copy, what I'm going to do. Yeah. I'm going to copy this URL. As you guys can see, I can see the hiring manager, which is this person right here, Alina Sheikh. If I go and look for this person, so this is the person right here. So this is their senior human resource manager. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my make, and then I'm going to put this right here. And then I'm not going to map any data just yet. Okay. I'm not going to do it. First, I'm going to hard code it, like I said. So Reliance Partner plus hiring manager. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to feed in Claude. So add Claude. And then I'm going to put this data right here to Claude. And I'm going to say, hey, retrieve the hiring manager. So max token, I'm going to put 3090 and add message. User. Content is going to be text. And text right here. What we're going to do is we're going to add our prompt. Now, if you guys are wondering where I got the prompt, basically, I have so many prompts that I share in my community. If you guys don't know, I run a community called Sales Systems Mastery. I teach people exactly how to build sales systems. We have something called Offer Audit, and this person right here just closed a $500K deal. Like, what? And then I just show people exactly there's a lot of offer audits. People here are helping each other. There's a lot of people who make a shit ton of money in this community. So yeah, what I've done is I went to the classroom, and basically, I went to the blueprint library, which is basically where I put my entire blueprints that I've never shared on YouTube, just because it's specifically tailored for people in my community. So I'm going to go to lead scraping. Actually, AI personalization. So there's a bunch of personalization templates, like hundreds of prompts. So I've just retrieved this from here. And then I'm going to go back. And this is the prompt to extract the decision maker. So we're going to do extract the decision maker, the hiring manager. Let's do the hiring manager name. Actually, let me remove this. Extracts the hiring manager name in data right here. That actually, we forgot something. Yeah, I need to add an HTML to text. So add this right here because we want to, what we want to do is basically take this data that's going to be HTML, because when you make a request, guys, right? When you make a request, it's going to be an HTML, right? If I show, let me show you actually. So if I go back, Reliance Partner Hiring Manager, if I click on Control U, I'm going to have all this data as HTML. Now, I don't want to do that because it's going to take, like, you're going to spend so much tokens on Claude and so many operations on Make. So what we're going to do is basically take that data and turn it into text. So let's go back, and then we're going to map this as data, and then click on OK. And then instead of adding the data, we're going to add text. I'll put the result only that matches the company name. No, actually, I'm gonna hard code the name that matches Reliance Partners, just because I want to test this first. I'll put the results only in the following JSON. Output the results only. Output the results only, nothing else. And the domain name, I'm just gonna edit this, and it's going to be hiring manager name. All right, and I'm gonna click on OK, and then I'm gonna unlink this, and I'm just gonna put this right here so the flow starts from here. And then let me click on this, and then let's see. Hiring manager is called Ashley Hammonds. That's not the person we want, because this person is Alina Sheikh. Actually, let me see something. Let me add LinkedIn. Oh yeah. We're going to add LinkedIn. So I'm going to explain to you why. So LinkedIn is the most straightforward way to find a decision maker. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on plus LinkedIn. And then let's see if we're going to find that person. So making a request. Oh, we found it. So there you go. I knew it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to parse the JSON. We're going to structure that data. And let me check if I'm still recording. I am. Okay. So parse JSON. And then we're going to add this right here as text results. And then let me just hard code this. I'm going to copy this one. And then I'm going to click run this module only. Click OK. And then there you go. This is the person. Now what I'm going to do is basically, now that I have the poster full name, let me go back and take this off. So we're going to find their email address using Anymail Finder. Now Anymail Finder is the best. Is the best at finding verified emails. Just because you only pay for verified emails, you know, they only charge you per found verified email, which is great. So what we're going to do now is we're going to sign up. I'm going to show you guys how to sign up to Anymail Finder, and I'm going to buy it and give them my money and basically just do it for the video. So let's go back, and yeah, so what we're going to do now is we're going to add Anymail Finder, which is a native app in Make, which is great. And they have a crazy good API, easy as hell. Like you can essentially find the decision maker in a second. So search for person's email, add this right here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go to app. All right, so what we have to do is we're going to have to click sign up. And then I'm just going to put my name, and let me go back to my Instantly and find an email there just because I have so many emails. Let me log in, and let me go back to, let's pick an email right here. Let's see. Let's copy this one, paste that in here, and I'm just going to put this password. So I already signed up with this. Let's go back. Let's try this one. Oh, even this. Oh, okay, awesome. So what I'm going to do now is Google. Thank you. And then I'm going to click on start your 3-day free trial. And I'm going to click on monthly start trial. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the recording just because you guys will not see my credit card. And I'm going to get back to you shortly. All right, guys. So now that I gave Anymail Finder my hard-earned money, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna look for API. It's going to be this one. Click on Enable API, and this is your API key. Click Copy, and then go back to Make. And then what you're gonna have to do is you click on Add, copy, and paste this API key right here, and just name this YouTube build, and click Save. Awesome. So what we're going to search by, let's just do a company name. All right. Company name is going to be Reliance Partners. And then full name is going to be this person right here. Or actually, let me just hard code this. It's better to hard code things, just you want to test that first. And then map everything. So click OK. And then run this module once, and then let's see. Oh, we found it. So the email is valid. So we found the decision maker, which is the hiring manager. Awesome. I might reach them out. So now, since we know everything is working, what we're going to do is we're going to add the full name right here. And let me just put this right here first. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this right here on link this. And instead, what we're going to do now is we're going to map in the company name, right? Click OK. And then what we're going to do again, matches Reliance. I'm just going to map the company name now. Awesome. And yeah, so it looks like everything is good. And now what we're going to do, company name is going to be, again, company name. Now, if I click on run once, so we've hiring manager. Let me see. There's an issue here. Oops. So let's see. Company name plus hiring manager. Plus LinkedIn. Let me see. Click unlink. Click run once, and let's see. So this is the person. I don't know why we had an error first. Full name, hiring manager for full name. Okay. Click run once. All right, let's see. Awesome. So we found the email. Now, what are we going to do, guys? What we're going to do is basically, since we found the email, now we're going to have to write a copy. Awesome. So now that we found the email, like 90% of the work has been done. So what we're going to do is we're going to have to pre-draft an email right here. Create a prompt, and then we're going to use Claude again. We're going to use 3060. And then let's see what I'm going to do here. Click on user, content, text. And then what we're going to do is basically, let's just go back to my systems right here. And then I'm going to just copy a prompt that I already have. Just for our sanity, go back to YouTube flow. And I'm going to look for company hiring for SDRs. I think I've built the system before on YouTube. I don't know. I don't remember. So I'm going to copy this one. And then we're going to do some edits. So I'm going to paste that in here. So you are a conversational, concise writing assistant. So let me check if you guys can see the prompt, just because I wanted you guys to copy it. Let me add myself right here. Awesome. So now you guys can basically copy it and use it in your own system. Awesome. So now that we have this, let me go back, and then we're going to use another copy. So hey, instead of hey, we're going to use, first of all, let me walk you guys through why we're using a split, just because I don't want to overwhelm you guys. So what we're going to do is hey, and then we're going to split. And why are we using split? So we have Alina Shake, right? Now we want just Alina. And as you guys can see, there's a space right here. So we can split this full name based off a space. Again, I explained this in an entire course in my community. Like I have an entire course where I explain like all basic formulas that you need as a system agency owner from scratch. Basically, you only need like the 80-20 just because make.com, like people are trying to complicate everything. And you only need like 20% of 80% of make.com to make money. So splits the hiring manager based off a space. And then what we're going to do is we're going to close this. And now we're going to get. So this is 1, this is 2, right? So 0 is empty, 1, 2. Now you don't have to like nerd out over this. Just add get right here. And then it's going to be 1. So we're getting the first one. So instead of saying friend of mine told me about company name, what we're going to do, we're going to say, notice you're hiring for A, because it's A, for a sales representative. Okay, we're gonna have to perform something using GPT, right? We're gonna have to clean this. So I don't like sales representative. I don't like the tone. Notice you hire for a sales representative. No, nobody talks like this. And we're gonna have to say, notice you're hiring for a sales rep. That's better. For a sales rep. Noticed company name. So company name. Again, we're going to have to clean the company names. So Reliance Partners is going to be RP. Notice company name is hiring for a sales rep. Reason I'm reaching out is I run a sales systems agency. We can send 17 times the volume of a typical SDRs, and our emails are usually twice as effective, have generated 10 millions in pipeline for, it's actually 12 million pipelines for companies like Proton and Glovo. Is this something you'd be interested in? And then what we're gonna do, so let me change this copy actually. What do you guys think? So reason I'm reaching out is I run a sales system agency. We can save you from the hassle of onboarding and how much does a sales rep get paid? Let me check. Let me see. 80. Whoa, you can start doing 60 to 80K per year. Let's just do something like, reason I'm reaching out is I run a sales system agency. We can save you from the hassle of onboarding. And we can send 17 times more than a typical SDR. Have generated 12 millions in pipeline for companies like Glovo and like Proton and Glovo, connecting them with their ideal clients. Is this something you'd be interested in? Saw it sent from my iPhone. Okay, sweet. I like this copy. Now let's just go back and run this. Let's see. So, hey Alina, notice Reliance Partners is hiring for a sales representative. The reason I'm reaching out is I run a sales system agency. We can save you from the hassle of onboarding, and we can generate significant pipeline, having helped companies like, why is Claude doing this weird thing? Let me put 3090. Okay. The reason I'm reaching out is I run a sales system agency. We can save you from the hassle of onboarding and the costs of hiring. We can send 17 times more than a typical SDR, have generated 17 million pipeline for companies like Glovo or Proton and Glovo, connecting them with their ideal clients. Awesome. So what I'm gonna do is, before I do that, is I will add in another module, which is going to be GPT, create a completion. And then what I'm gonna do is I will basically clean these names, the company name and the job title. So I'm just gonna use GPT-4 because I don't want to deal with GPT-4o. It's because sometimes it can be dumb as hell and it pisses me off, and I don't want to get pissed off. I'm kidding. All right, so clean the company name along with the job title using abbreviations. Or actually, should we split this up? Yeah, I think we should split this up. Yeah. Let's go back to scenarios. And then I think I have the prompts already ready, which is called company name formatter, which I also include in my community, but I don't want to enter there just because I want to. But I don't want to go into my community, but I don't want to download it from there. So yeah, here's the prompt. So I already have the prompt right here. So the way we're going to do it is, here's the prompt right here. I'm just going to copy this, paste that in here, normalize the company name, which is going to be company name, which is going to be this one. And then company's domain. Do we have the domain? Yeah, I don't care about the domain. Okay, so I'm just going to put normalize the company name by focusing on its most distinctive and memorable moments. Output in a concise, casual abbreviation the employee might use, respecting the original capitalization and spacing. Awesome. And the completion tokens are going to be 2048. All right. So let me look for this. Click run once. Reliance partners. So Reliance. That's good. And what we're going to do is we need to, let me see something. So are we outputting the results only, just because I don't want to troubleshoot this? Provide only the finalized results. Awesome. And then, so we're going to name this clean company name. And then what we're going to do now is paste that in here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean the job title, clean job name, or let's just do title. So now what we're going to do is basically normalize the job title by focusing on its most memorable moment. No, actually normalize, let's do output a concise casual abbreviation of the job title, which is going to be, where is it? Job title. Am I blind? Yeah, title. My abbreviation of the job title, respecting original capitalization and spacing. Okay. So let me put sales representative. Click OK. Sales rep. Awesome. Now I'm going to add everything right here. So the company name is going to be the result right here. And then title is going to be the title. Click results. Click OK. Auto align this, save this, run once. And then let's see. So we're cleaning the company name, cleaning the job title, and then let's see. Click bundle. So hey Alina, notice Reliance is hiring for a sales rep. The reason I'm reaching out is I run a sales agency. We can save you from the hassle of onboarding and the cost of hiring. We can send 17 times more outreach than a typical SDR, having generated 12 million in pipeline for companies like Proton and Glovo by connecting them with their ideal clients. Is this something you'd be interested in? So awesome. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add this to instantly. And the way you do that, you click on this plus button and look for instantly, and add lead to a campaign, right? And then I'm going to go back to my instantly, and I'm going to go to campaigns, add new, and I'm going to name this YouTube campaign. Click continue. And then what we're going to do is we're going to basically take in my API key. And the way you do it, you look for settings, go back to integration, and copy your API key. And you go back to integration, and then you click on add, and you just paste it in your API key and click save. Awesome. So campaign ID is going to be YouTube campaign, which we just added right here. The lead email is going to be email. First name is going to be, we need to actually put this right here. So split first name based off a space. And then we're going to get the first one. So get first one. And then last name is going to be 2. Company name is going to be company name. Personalization is going to be basically our text response. And then click OK. Now, we forgot to add something, which is going to be only if the email is found. So condition, success equals true, and email exists. So we're just adding a filter. Click save. And then let's just click on run once. Let's see. So email found, clean company name, add in everything to instantly. If I go back to leads, so there's the person. If I add the personalization and click on preview, I'm going to have, hey, Alina, notice Reliance is hiring for a sales rep. Sounds like a time-consuming process. So it looks like Claude added a one-liner. So this is actually pretty good. I'm going to leave it. So reason I'm reaching out is I run a sales agency. We can save you from the hassle of onboarding. Awesome. So we validated that the system works. So awesome, guys. So we just built the system in like what? Let me check. How many? So it's like 30 minutes. So let me go back and let me check for a couple names. So for the limit, I'm just going to put 5. And then I'm going to click on run once. So the first one is found. We're going to add the lead. Let's see the second one. So the second one has been found. Awesome. So let me go back to my leads and refresh this. So Anymail Finder is pretty good. So we just found the second one and we added everything right here. So basically everything has been added. Awesome. So looks like the system is working. And now what we're going to do, I'm just going to save this. I'm going to add it into the description. All right, so I hope you found value in this video. As you guys can see, it's pretty easy to build this sort of systems. It's going to take like 30 minutes to build this, and it's going to be the easiest $5,000 of your life. Just because, like I said, building a sales system agency is the lowest hanging fruit to essentially crush it and leverage AI and automation going in 2025. So like I said, I hope you found value, and I'll see you in the next video.